Hey, my name is Finn, and today I'm building the brand new Befaco Oneiroi. If you want to skip the build and jump straight to the music, use the timestamp on screen or the chapters down in the description. This is the first proper video on this channel, and there will be more. If you're into Eurorack, DIY or 3D printing, subscribe and follow me on Instagram, the link is in the description, and now let's build. The kit comes with all parts you need and they're very well sorted. The only thing you need to watch out for are the resistors, since they are not labeled and you'll either need to read the color codes or check with the multimeter. Befaco also provides a build guide that's very easy to follow. The Oneiroi is a drone synth with a looper and a lot of really nice ambient effects. It's a digital module based on the Rebel Technology OWL DSP board. I've been incredibly excited for this ever since it was announced and ordered my kit literally 2 minutes after it became available. The kit is just like any other Befaco kit, quite dense, but laid out nicely and fairly straightforward to build if you take your time. I usually start with all the flat laying components, resistors and diodes. I pre-bend the legs, mount all of them and solder them from the top. I found that to be a lot simpler and faster than turning the board over. Next up are the IC sockets, the USB connector and the capacitors. The electrolytic capacitors are polarized, be careful of their orientation. The next parts are the voltage reference and transistors. After that come the socket connectors, pin headers and the power connector. Once all parts are mounted on both boards, it's time for the front panel components. Place the faders, spacers, switches, potentiometers, mini jacks, buttons and LEDs, but don't solder them yet. Make sure all the components are flush with the panel and both the panel and the PCBs are perfectly parallel. Now you can solder them. I'll stop the build time lapse right here, because there's a reason the build guide tells you to take a break before starting with the front panel. I messed up one of these little tiny push buttons and enjoy watching me take 39 banana nuts back off and the whole thing apart again. I stopped the recording there because I got a bit frustrated with trying to fix this little button and I didn't turn it back on again. I took a break, should have done that earlier. Anyways, I quickly fixed it, put everything together, and we're done. The build went fairly well, except for 1 or 2 little hiccups. It took about 4 to 5 hours in total. I've assembled everything, I checked for cold joints, measured the power headers to check for shorts. Nothing there, we're all good. Now let's play. I put together a little case, I added some friends to the Oneiroi, and I will now show you 2 jams. First, just the Oneiroi, my first expressions, and after that, I'll add the friends to the mix. The Befaco Oneiroi is a very fun module for experimental textures and ambient drones. And while I wouldn't recommend this kit to an absolute beginner who's never soldiered anything before, it's very well laid out, pretty straightforward to build if you follow the build guide, and if you've built a few modules before this, you'll have a great time. Huge thanks to Befaco for continuing to amaze me with their awesome designs, and thank you for watching. That's cringe. In the next video, I will show you how I made this IKEA SCADIS tool wall with my 3D printer. Not the wall, but the attachments. In the meantime, feel free to check out my Instagram page for some more frequent updates and insights into my projects. Cheers!